Genius IT Brainry, and my name is Desmond. I want to just take you briefly through an aspect of our time management course, which requires that we keep time log of our activities in a week, for which requires also that we take a time log of our activities in every day for 5 days, which is Monday to Friday, and probably beyond if you do or work more than just 5 days in a week. So to do that, I have on the screen an example of a time log. We have the time, and then we have the duration, and we have activity. We also have category, and then the value. And I believe that by now you should be able to create such a table in Excel, which would record your activity log for every day. So when you look at my the tab here, you see that I have the word. The sheet name is for time log day 2. This is day 1, day 2, and the summary. All right. So how do we analyze the data in this table to know how much time we have spent on our non-value activities, or medium value activities, or low value activities? So to do that, we are going to make use of a pivot table. So to do that, we want to compare the data in this entire table from time to MVA in the right lower corner here. So for us to do that, you go to your Insert tab on the ribbon tab. You choose Pivot Table from here. Then it's good that our table has already been selected. But in case our table has not been selected, then we can come to this area here which says that select a table or a range, or select table stroke range. So this is where, let me clean everything from here. So this is where we select the table or the range of values we want to compare. So I'll come back to my time and then select this entire block of table. Then when it comes to choose where you want to pivot, where you want the pivot report to be placed, we use not this but the existing worksheet, not new worksheet but existing worksheet, so that the pivot table would appear right in our Excel sheet or on our Excel sheet. So for this place, this is where I'm going to enter the values. So let me go ahead and delete whatever is here. It's trying to pick record for this particular cell, but we want to put everything here in cell G, that's G4, right? So cell G4 is showing right here. So you can see our cell G4 appearing here also. Let me click on OK. So with this, we can see that we have all the headings that are showing here. Time, we have time here. Duration, we have duration here. Activity, then we have activity. Category and value, all displayed here. Now the logic here is that we are trying to look at the amount of time we have spent on different kind of activities in terms of the value. So looking at the kind of values we have here, we want to compare the values. So I'm going to take the values field here, column label here, and drop in the row. Okay, so these the rows here, so you can see the values appearing in the row. Then I'll choose the duration also and drop in the durations in the values tab. So this gives us our pivot table for comparing our activities in terms of the value over here to the duration of activity. So let's go back through the same process again. Go to Insert to compare the categories to the duration for each category. Alright, so we enter a pivot table again. This time around the table is not selected, so it's empty. Make sure you select the field. Then you now come and select the entire table for your dialog box to take a note of it. Then we come to existing worksheet here. Then we select the cell to accept the values. Let me redo this again. Select the entire table. Then existing worksheet, which is this place, select it once to make sure that you have it appear in the locations box. Then you click on OK. This time we want to compare the categories over here with what? The duration of activity for each category. Alright. So in a nutshell, this is how you create a pivot table that could compare two values for you. Right, so we can go ahead now and add a visual element in terms of a chart that can help us to visualize this record in these pivot tables. So you can click anywhere in your pivot table and then go to insert and then choose a pie chart. So this pie chart will help us to analyze data for this particular table, pivot table here. So you click on this plus icon to show the labels, and these labels we can choose how we want to show them outside, and you go to design and choose one with percentages. So you can see clearly that I've spent 65% on my minimum value activities, value added activities. I've spent 18% on my low value activities, and I've spent 17% on my no value activities. So to create a pie chart for the categories column, the same thing, click anywhere inside your category column, go to insert, choose a pie chart of your choice, then we also insert it over here, click on the plus sign here, you place the labels in, design, use a percentage to show. This time I want it to appear, I want the labels to appear outside so that they don't look clumsy inside. Alright, so in a nutshell, this is how you prepare a pivot table to analyze your record and your data. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you the best, and do well to ask questions if you have any difficulty in using the pivot tables to analyze your time log. Thank you, and see you next time.